So now I will talk something about the National Agriculture Market. This also comes under e-technology. So let me write down here, National Agriculture Market. So it's a pan-India. What is pan-India? It is universal all over India. Okay, it's an electronic portal, trading portal. Okay, so it is like it is having all the, it is linked to APMC market, linked to APMC market and other markets all over India. Okay, and so NAM, please remember NAM is a virtual market. Okay, what is virtual? You cannot see it, it's all there online. Okay, but it has, if you, in case if you know virtually you're not being able to market, there is a physical market at the back end. So in case if you want, you can directly visit the market also. Okay, now NAM was introduced in the budget, okay, in 2014 and 15, and it achieved to propose, it was proposed, and then they said that there must be a common e-platform for these markets. Okay, and 585 APMCs was selected, and they were linked to this portal. Okay, now some more relevant points about NAM. Okay, so NAM was launched on 14 April 2016 with 21 mandis. What is mandis? Mandis in Hindi is called as markets. Mandis from 8 states joining it, and the first phase of connecting 250 mandis was over on 6th October 2016. So these are the informations and statistics which I'm giving you. Now some more relevant points of NAM. NAM will be implemented as a centrally sponsored scheme through Agritech or Agritech Infrastructure Fund. So in short, it is called as ATIF. Okay, so it is sponsored, the NAM sponsored is by, there are some sponsors to sponsor this program. So the first one is Agritech Infrastructure Fund. Some more are also there. Let me just rub this. Okay. Yes, there is another called as the Department of Agriculture and Cooperation. So all these short forms you have to remember. It's called as DAC. And some more relevant information. The Ministry of Agriculture will set it up through the Small Farmers Agri Business Consortium. So what is this called? SFAC. Okay, some more things also. The central government will provide software which is free of cost cost to the states, and in addition we'll also give a grant of 30 lakhs. Okay, so 30 lakhs also the government will give per mandi or per market, per mandi or market, for related equipment and infrastructure requirements. So to promote this, it is proposed to provide the private mandis with the access to software which are, monetarily supported by the governments. So why have this NAM been created? So let us now understand the benefits of NAM. So let me grab this quickly. Okay, so benefits of NAM. Okay, so first of all, for the farmers, NAM promises more options for sale. Okay, then NAM provides more opportunity to access a larger national market for secondary trading. Primary trading is in going directly to the market. If you cannot reach, you can go and do secondary trading. Okay, then bulk buyers, yes, it is also benefited for bulk buyers, for long processors or exporters. They are not being able to directly participate in the markets, or in the local mandis, so they can use this NAM platform, and this way they can also reduce their transport cost or intermediary cost. Okay, so the gradual integration of major mandis in the state into will ensure the issue of licenses also. And in a period of 5 to 6 years, the union cabinet expects a lot of benefits from this NAM platform. Okay, because there is a lower transaction cost, so you can just sit virtually and do it. And NAM will also facilitate the emergence of value chains in the major agricultural commodities, and it will promote the scientific storage and movement of agriculture goods. Okay, so the first agriculture model which is started virtually is in Karnataka agriculture marketing model. So let us discuss some more relevant points of this. Okay, so the first one is Karnataka agriculture marketing model. Okay, so now among the various states of the country, Karnataka has been the forerunner in the market reforms, and they have this innovative prices to improve the agriculture markets and create competition. Okay, so and Karnataka is very famous for modern technology also. So to take advantage of this modern technology to improve the agriculture marketing, the state has prepared a plan. Okay, so the state has prepared a plan in 2012-13 with the assistance of NCDEX. So what is the meaning of this? It means national. So we have two stock markets. We have one is the share market and commodity market. So this NCDEX comes under the commodity markets, where you can sell and buy commodities online, like potatoes, onion, gold, silver, metals and vegetables. Everything is being done under the commodity market. So national commodity and derivatives exchange. Okay, so this is a spot exchange. We can quickly on the spot you can exchange for automation and there is an auction process. So auction process in mandis. So from the mandis directly, it is shown that, which are the producers who are selling and buying. Everything can be done under this. And the plan also involves the creation of transparent integrated e-trading system. Okay. And it is, as I said, is linked with the APMCs. Okay. Some more inputs I will give you about this Karnataka agriculture marketing. Okay. Now, the plan has been implemented through Rashtriya E-Market Services. It's also called as REMS. Okay. Private Limited Company. So what is this Rashtriya E-Market Service? It's a private limited company which is a joint venture created by the state government and NCDEX Spot Exchange. Okay, so this is what is done now. That is a unified online agricultural market initiative. Okay, so unified online agricultural market initiative was launched in Karnataka on 22nd February 2014. The total number of markets are 105 markets are there across 27 districts in Karnataka. Okay, and this entire market has been come under a platform called as UMP. So what is UMP? Unified Market Platform, which also